Now in this video, we will write the functionality to delete a task. Simply write function and name it delete task. Then it will be an external also. To delete a task, we will ask for the task ID and the boolean is deleted, which will be true. Now, first we will check the mapping, that is whether this sender owns this task or not. So just we will write task to owner, this task ID equal message dot sender. If it is true, we will simply go to the task structure, that is today's task ID, then dot is deleted equal to is deleted, and then emit the delete task event and give task ID and is deleted parameters. So simply we wrote this delete task function. It is asking task ID and is deleted. It is an external function. Then before deleting, we are just having a small check whether this task belongs to the address of this sender or not. If yes, then we will go to this task array and simply in the task ID, that is the position of the task in this array, as see this task ID, the ID is the position as well. So we will simply go and write task ID dot is deleted equal to this deleted, whatever we are sending, and which will also definitely will be true. And then simply we are emitting this delete task event. Then the final functionality will be to fetch or to get our own task. So simply write function get my task. It will be an external function. It will simply view that, it won't change anything, and it will return task. That's it. So it will return us an array of task. Inside that, first let's create a temporary task array and name it temporary, and we will new task, and the length will be task dot length. Okay, then what we have to do is, definitely in this task array, all the tasks are being there, that is this user or whatever 10-15 users, whatever users there are, all the tasks will be in this array. So now what we have to do, we have to loop through this array and find out what are the tasks which are belong to this sender, and then store those tasks in this temporary array. So since we will do a loop, let's first have this counter, that is this will be the count of the number of tasks owned by this user. Then we will have a for loop. Uint I is equal to 0. I less than task dot length and simply I plus plus. Okay. Then with the mapping, we will do what? We will use the mapping. Then task ID starts from 0. If it's equal to message dot sender, and if the task property, that is this is deleted, is false, that is it is not being deleted yet, then in this temporary array with this counter position, simply store this task structure. Definitely in this task array, there are task structures. So it will get stored in this temporary array at this position, that is 0. And then we will increase the counter, that is now it will have one task in it. And then again, it will loop. If it finds that the owner is the same, then again at one position in this array, it will store this next task and change the counter to 2. So this is how it is working. Now we have in this temporary variable the tasks which are being owned by the user, but the length of the task is greater and the elements will be less. So it will just take up unnecessary space. So what we will do is create a new variable called result, and it will be an array of length counter, that is only that, and simply we will loop through this temporary variable uint I is equal to 0, I less than counter I plus plus, and in the result simply copy and paste everything which is there in the temporary, and at the end return this result variable. So this is the logic behind the get all my task functionality. What we have done is, first we have created this function. The visibility is external, it doesn't change anything, so it's view, so definitely it is not taking any gas fees. Then we have to specify what it is returning, that is an array of task structure. So simply at the very beginning we have this temporary variable which is just stored in the memory, and it is an array of length task dot length which can be suppose 100. Then we have this counter 0, that is what are the or you can say how many tasks does this user have. Then in the for loop we are simply looping through all the tasks present here and checking if the owner of that ID, since the ID also starts from 0, that is task ID, see here. So task ID belongs to the message dot sender, and task I position, that is 0 position, suppose it will start, and is deleted, you can say property is false, because we don't want to show tasks which are deleted, or which this function will make it delete. And we will store here all those in this temporary variable. And now since the length is bigger, or the task might be 10 but the length is 100, so we are just creating another variable called result, and copy and pasting all the elements present in this temporary to this result variable, and it will be less than counter. And finally we are returning the value. You will understand the concept once you use it, or if you want you can just pause the video and try to understand it again and again, because these concepts are very important. So that's it. We have successfully created our smart contract. In the next video, we will do the testing of this smart contract. Thank you.